Hello everyone, Song of Ice and Fire designer Michael Shinall here.
Hey guys, Fabio Cury, lead developer of Song of Ice and Fire, the miniatures game.
And today we have a Targaryen versus Baratheon battle report for you. So we're going to just jump right in, get started. Today we're going to be playing Dark Wings, Dark Words. We have already set up the board here and whatnot, so we're going to go over each of our armies and what we have in play. I'll be playing Targaryens. I have a unit of Dothraki Screamers led by Khal Drogo, 2 units of Stormcrow Mercenaries led by a Stormcrow Lieutenant, a unit of Veteran Co, and then a unit of Dothraki Veterans over here. And Fabio, what do you have on your side in the Baratheons?
I have Renly on a group of Wardens. Then next up I have my Stag Knights with a Master Warden, and then I have another group of Wardens with the Master Warden, and last but not least, my Baratheon Sentinels with a Stag Knight Noble. My NCUs are Walder, Alistair Florent, and Shira Earl, the Lady of Haystack Hall, as we all know.
I guess I should also mention my NCUs that I have over here are going to be Iliomopatis. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but you know what? George said that we pronounce them however way we wanted to. Direct quote from him there. And over here we have the Maester of the Iron Bank right here, Tycho Nestoris. As we said, we're playing Dark Wings, Dark Words. We'll get over more of the specific objectives that we have once we get into setup. But we've already set up the board here. We have our 5 objective tokens set up, and we're just going to get right into the game.
Alright guys, so before the game begins, I'm gonna explain a little bit of my rationale behind my list. And, well, to begin with, I thought it would be a neat idea to see how much could I flesh out of my Baratheon starter box. So I did 35 points of Baratheon units and attachments and NCUs, all coming from the starter box, and I just added Walder Frey in there to wrap up and complete 40 points. Why didn't I choose a box of cutthroats or something like that? Because I wanted my army to be the most teal possible that I could, and so just 1 brown mini. Also, I'd like to add that I'm using Renly as my commander, a little bit because of the healing effects, but you'll see that I put him in the Wardens, and that I actually put my Master Warden on the Stag Knights, and that's to give them a little bit more sustain, and Renly will be supporting the Stag Knights in general, and that's the strategy I'll try to have, cleaving everyone with giant warhammers.
So going into army construction, obviously playing Targaryens here, but I wanted a mixture of some foot troops and decided to go with the Stormcrow Mercenaries. These guys are mainly there to give some extra pressure when it comes to the NCU and the tactics board, as I wanted to, give a little extra pressure by threatening the wealth zone. Since we're playing Baratheons, they're going to have a lot of sustain, they're going to have a lot of healing, so I wanted to kind of threaten that. Also, I'm a big fan of Tycho, just because he gets you out of, bad situations. Other than that, we're going pretty aggressive here with the cavalry, and then also, Khal Drogo as our commander here. But we have a lot of sundering throughout the army, combined with the general Targaryen tactics deck of just raw offense. So we're going to go and hit really hard. And of course, we've got to focus on the objectives because of the game modes that we have. But this will give me some options here, whether, if things don't go my way, I can just start trying to kill them. Guys, we're here at the start of round 1. I'm first player. Before we get into this, though, we're going to go over our 3 objectives that we've drawn for this game. First one is score this mission if 3 or more enemy units have the same type of condition token, worth 3 victory points. Score this mission if an enemy unit is panicked, vulnerable, and weakened at the end of the round, again 3 victory points. And reveal this mission at the start of any turn, score 1 victory point each time you attack an enemy from the flank or rear, getting 1 victory point each time. Being that this is the first round of the game, though, we cannot score victory points, but letting you guys know, that's what we have. They'll potentially be discarded and changed out at the end of the round. We're going to get right into it. First player, first move on me. We're going to begin here by moving up my Stormcrow Mercenaries. They're going to take a march action, just moving directly up the board 10 inches.
Alright then, now it's my turn. Reacting to that, I am actually gonna put Walder Frey on the horses because I need all the movement I can get. I will also influence him here. and I'll move 4 with Renly and my wardens.
Alright then, on my turn we're just going to have Elio take the tactics zone over here. I'm going to draw my 2 cards, and then place a condition token on an enemy unit. Let's go ahead and take a... Yeah, we're going to take a vulnerable token. We're going to go ahead and stick it on, let's see, Mr. Renly over here. There you go.
Alright then. Well, it's back to me, and I'll take my Stag Knights with my Master Warden, and I'm gonna march them their full 10 inches. So, up, and place an activation token as usual.
Stormcrows, march forward. I'm not paying you to stand around.
Alright then, we'll now move my Sentinels, which will also march another 10 inches. Oh, they touched the corpse pile, so I'll move back an inch. There you go.
Okay. Alright then, it's going to have some Outriders over here. Being cavalry, we're going to take our free maneuver action. Moving up 6 inches, and then they're going to march right up here, just right in front of this bog.
Okay, since I have 3 NCUs, I better start taking the good places. And so I'll start out using Alistair Florent, and he's going to take the crown, and he will force the Outriders to do a panic test with -1 from the crown.
Alright, let's take this roll here. We got a 10. We were very good here.
Alright then, your go.
Alright, veterans, why don't you guys just go ahead and move up here as well. Same thing, free maneuver. Boom. And then we are going to pivot after that and then do a march. Hey Sentinels, how are you guys doing?
Alright, and I guess I'll move these wardens with their little Master Warden. They go 8 inches, and it's back to you.
Okay. So we got some options over here because, 3 NCUs versus my 2, but I don't really care too much about those tactic zone spaces this early in the game. But just for the sake of it, no, we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go ahead and have my Outriders, my Screamers over here go. I'm going to do our free maneuver, and let's go ahead and have you guys start coming up here on this flank. Right over here to the tactics board, just to make things really inconvenient for our camera guys.
Alright then, and now on my turn, I will place Shira, the incredible NCU. She will remove a condition token from Renly's unit, and she will add a weaken token to Khal Drogo's unit.
Drogo does not really appreciate being weakened, and that is going to come back to bite you really badly later. How dare you insult the great Khal? Alright, I have activated all of my combat units, so the only thing I've got left is Tycho over here, who can take the combat zone. Fantastic. Do we have anything that's in range here to do anything cool with? No, we don't. So, effectively a wasted activation.
Just checking. Yeah, even with Nimble. Alright, and last but not least, we activate Renly and his little wardens here, and they will move 8 inches and pivot slightly.
Alright, it's the end of the round, so we need to replace one of these secret mission cards. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the score this mission if 3 or more enemy units have the same type of condition token. We will replace it from the top one from the deck. The new one we have here is reveal this mission at the start of any turn. Score 1 victory point each time an enemy fails a morale test. I'll take it.
This was a very good first round. I positioned myself well, and I am actually using the palisade in my favor, so that will be great for the next round. Also, I will be the first player in the second round, so Walder Frey is just working fine, and he'll be able to cancel the nasty abilities that might appear during this moment. My plan here is mainly to have fun, right? We're not in a tournament situation or anything like that, and I guess the most important part is having fun. But I will try to bunker up in the middle of the map, and I'm a little bit worried of the secret mission objective that gives you victory points if you charge from the flank or rear. So I'll try to make a defensive formation that does not allow that. Even though that, if that does come to happen, I have enough Master Wardens in my army to avoid charge and flank bonuses.
So we're at the end of round 1, and the thing is with the Targaryens, usually you'd want to get in there and just start dealing as much damage as you can, but we are playing against a bunch of Baratheons who are probably going to try to bunker up in one area, especially with that palisade being off to the side. So I'm going to be playing a bit of the waiting game here. We don't need to rush things. We have a full 6 rounds. I need to get my positioning into place. Baratheons are not very fast. I'm way faster than him. I also have some nasty tactics tricks here, but the thing is just to remember not to rush up. Don't let him set the engagements. You know, I've got the speed and the mobility to get across him. Now, as far as the secret missions go, those are being a little problematic. They're not the ones I would like to see, so the longer I stall out, the more we can cycle through those and find something I do like. But we will make do with what we have.
Okay, so now in round 2, I have the initiative, so I'll be first player. And I'll start off by putting Walder on the maneuver zone again. This time he will influence the veterans, and so they will take 1 wound and they will lose all abilities until the end of the round. I will use my free maneuver on the sentinels, which will do a slight pivot and then just move 5 inches forward, and they're fine right here. Your go.
Alright, in response to that, we're going to go ahead and have Elio. He's going to take the wealth zone. I'm going to go ahead and play the Fury of the Dragon. When you claim a zone on the tactics board, replace that zone's effect with 1 friendly combat unit. Make a free maneuver or retreat action. Until the end of the round, each time a friendly combat unit successfully charges, the defender becomes panicked or vulnerable. My choice. Alright, we're going to replace that here to let these guys get a free maneuver, and they're going to just move up toward this palisade. Let's bit here, move up here, and then pivot.
I will activate my Baratheon Sentinels. They will perform a charge action, so they move 5 inches. Right now we are at exactly 6, so it's already in, but I'm rolling for disorderly charges. It's not a disorderly charge, so I'm in. I will place my tray here at 100%. Now I will roll for I will roll my attack dice. So that's 8 dice on a 3+. Now I will apply my charge bonus, which I will re-roll this guy. Oh, they're all in. 8 hits with Sundering.
That's a lot of 5s that you got there. I'm not very happy about that. But okay, that's fine. Alright, we are saving on a 4+, but we are at that -1 because of Sundering, so we're going to need 5s. But these are veterans, they'll be fine. I have full faith in them. Not really.
Let's see if you have as many 5s as I did.
We only had 3 successes, so that means we are going to take a total of 5 wounds. We've taken 1 previously. That's going to be my full rank taken off. Oh well. We can always get more veterans.
Don't forget the panic test.
Oh, we're not going to fail that, don't worry. Veterans are on a, well, we rolled a 9 here, so we are completely good. Alright, moving on to my turn here. We're going to go ahead and just have Tycho. He's going to take the combat zone. I'm going to give my Outriders here a free attack action and blow this palisade up. Back to you.
Alright then. First of all, I will check line of sight. No, I don't have any. So I will activate Renly's unit. This is a very sad thing to do, but it's a must. And I will do a maneuver action, which means that I will pivot, move. I can move 4, but I'm only moving 3, and I'm pivoting again. There you go.
Alright, repositioning there. We're going to go ahead and activate my Outrider unit here. We have this bog up here. It's going to reduce their movement a little bit, but that's fine. They're going to just move up to right here. And just stand right here and go, hey, Stag Knights, how are you? Rinley, how are you over there too? In range, and in range over here. Don't worry, you guys are going to be completely fine. We're not setting you up to be a sacrifice unit or anything of the like. Alright, so that's going to complete my action. Start of your turn, though, you have the first chance to declare any triggers here if you have anything that is going to trigger at the start of your turn.
No, I'm fine.
Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and use my mark target order from my Outrider Co over here and make these guys vulnerable.
Okay. Here they are, vulnerable as ever. Okay. I'll take Alistair Florent. I'll place him on the tactics zone. That means I can draw 2 cards. And I'll place a condition token as well. I will make Khal Drogo vulnerable. And I'll expend an order token from Alistair Florent to move him to the crown zone.
Okay, interesting move. Alright, moving back over here, we're going to go ahead and have this unit of Stormcrow mercenaries activate. They are going to... we're going to take a maneuver action, so we'll pivot. We have some woods that we need to get through, but luckily that's not going to impact us. We're going to just move up here to give some support to our, Khalasar, and we have activated.
I will take Shira Earl. I'll place her on the tactics zone. I will draw 2 tactics cards. I will place a condition token, which is Panicked, on Khal Drogo. And since Shira Earl allows me, when I take the tactics zone, to remove a condition token, I will remove Vulnerable from Renly's unit.
Alright, moving back over here, we have a second unit of Stormcrow mercenaries that are going to go ahead and just march up the battlefield. We have some targets here to potentially go after as well, but you know what? I need you guys to be... You know what? Let's do it like this. Okay. I need you guys to not let me down. Come on.
In my turn, my Stag Knights will charge the Dothraki Outriders, and I'm going to gimmick so they don't actually touch the bog. So, declaring a charge, I will pivot, roll the charge distance die. 1, it's a disorderly charge. They still make it. Now that I've made contact, I need to align to 50 or 100%. I will stick to 50 for the moment. Now they roll 7 dice at a 3+ with no special effects.
No special effects, no rerolls, no tactics cards,
no
Mr. Disorderly charge.
Or tactics cards. Such a shame. Oh, that's 6 hits. Alright, not too bad.
Alright, Outriders over here on 6+. Go ahead and fail a bunch of saves, guys. Passed 1, 5 fails, 5 wounds. And now for our panic test. We've got a 9, again, good at Dothraki morale, so we're good there. Alright, we're going to play Ride by Attack. When a friendly unengaged cavalry unit activates, as its action this turn, this unit may pivot, march, and may move through enemies during this march. After completing this action, it may resolve 1 charge attack. Yeah, Rinley, I need you to kind of like be dead. You really need to listen to your older brother. You know, Dothraki in an open field. I mean, there was a palisade there, but there's not anymore. Now it's an open field. Alright, so first off, start of the unit's activation here. By the way, yes, activating the the Screamers here. We're going to get our free maneuver action. We're going to move our 6 inches to right here. Alright, let's go ahead and resolve our Ride by Attack action now. Boom, Drogo, right over here where you should be, just deep in the enemy lines. Okay. We have a few things to resolve here now. We have Fury of the Dragon, so I did successfully charge. The defender becomes panicked or vulnerable. We're going to go ahead and make your guys panicked. And vulnerable, which we actually already placed the token there because of the Khal Drogo's ability here when he charges. Alright, let's go ahead and resolve this charge attack. We're throwing 7 dice on 3s for reroll. All right, come on, guys. A little bit better. Well, that wasn't terrible. All right, we're gonna have 6 hits.
Ugh. Simply roll 6 defense dice on a 3+. So I took 1 wound.
Yeah, we're gonna go and expend that vulnerable there to cause some rerolls.
I thought so. So here's the expended token. I will reroll everything but this one. Renly's the man! Alright!
Renly is the man, and now let's make a panic check.
And now, wait, take a wound and make a panic check. The wardens have a 6+ morale, if I am not mistaken. So, let me just check something. Excuse me. Just to be safe, I will use younger, bolder, and far more comely, which gives me a +2 to my morale test. And if they are within long range of Renly, which they are, and they pass, they restore up to one wound for each point they passed by to a maximum of 4. So right now I'm on 6. I'm on a 4+. I passed, and I will restore 1 wound because that's as much as I can.
You are panicked, but I'm not going to actually bother with it. So.
All right, so you won't bother with it, and we're safe.
Safe. Dothraki in the rear, but we're safe. That's fine. Activation token over here. And back to you.
This is discarded. These wardens with the Master Warden will now activate. I will place their token, and they're going to perform a maneuver action. They will pivot, move up to 4 inches. Oh, that's too close. I'm backing up to stay at 1 inch away from you. And I'll pivot again. I don't know why, it just feels like the right thing to do.
Alright, I've got 1 combat unit left to activate, and that's going to be these Screamers over here. They're actually going to perform a retreat action. Going to be able to fall back upwards of 11 inches. But I'm actually not going to move that far. We are just going to be pulling back right to here. You get your free pivot.
Which I won't. Thank you.
That's me.
And that's the round.
Alright, so into the round, let's check our objectives here. By the way, noting earlier, I didn't ask you if you wanted to expend that weekend token there, but I kind of assumed you were going to be keeping that for, the end of the round here, which is going to score you 3 victory points based on this objective.
Which I will take gladly.
Alright. And it's also your go to replace.
Alright, so I draw 1. Score 1 victory point for each objective you control at the end of the round, and I will replace it with reveal this mission at the start of any turn, score 1 victory point this round for each time you attack the enemy on the flank or rear. Since his army is way more mobile than mine, I'm replacing that to a bunkering secret mission.
Finalizing the end of the round, I'm going to discard 1 tactics card, leaving me with 2 in my hand, and then I'll draw 1.
I'm keeping all my cards. Right now I have 6. So we've just finished round 2, and I'm very glad with my performance. I was able to keep the 3 condition tokens on Khal Drogo during the round, and that gave me 3 victory points. Also, since I was the one that chose the next secret mission to be swapped, I kept that one to try to net another 3 victory points this round. I've also changed the secret mission to the one where you have to control objectives instead of charging enemies from the flank and rear. So this round, I'm going to try to bunker up and hold as many objectives as I can, just to try to push it a little bit further. I was also very glad that my little Walder and Sentinels trick worked to nullify his Dothraki veterans, which is a hefty 10 points So this round they didn't work. Obviously now in starting round 3, he'll have the initiative, and I'll have to either take the crown to use Walder's second ability, or just not use it at all. So his veterans are probably going to do a lot more damage and be more impactful in the game. But let's see. I hope I've done enough harassment on the unit that they will underperform.
Alright, so moving into round 3, we're still playing the positioning game. Unfortunately, the objectives that are coming up are being a little problematic. I really need to get rid of the condition token one, so I've got some options whether we're going to try to get rid of that and force him to reapply them if he wants the effects, giving me the board position game, or if I want to focus on the board position and just let him have those extra 3 points. I'm not a fan of letting him have 6 points by the end of this to a technical 0 here, but if it means giving a keeping board position, then it might be worth it. I've got some really nasty tricks here that I'm going to play on him, and again, I'm kind of playing for the long game here, so we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to basically use this round to focus on giving him a bunch of bad choices and see which one of those bad choices he ends up taking.
So I know this is your turn, but before we start the round, exactly when we start the round, I'm using Baratheon Conviction. So I'm going to target one friendly infantry unit and attach this card to them. It will be discarded when they fail a morale test. While this card is here, if I control Crown, they only suffer 1 wound from failed panic. If I control Letters or the Tactic Zone, this unit's defense saves of 6 block 2 hits. I'm going to place them on my Stag Knights.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and get this started then. I am going to have this unit of Stormcrows activate. They're going to declare a charge action against your Sentinels over here, which I really don't want to do, but I need to tie them up a little bit here. We are 9 inches away right here. I'm going to need to roll a 4. I'm declaring a charge. I'm going to play Devastating Impact. When this unit may reroll their charge distance die, and their attack deals +2 automatic hits. If I control the combat zone, which I don't, so I'm not going to bother reading that text. Okay, we're going to need a 4 here. We get 2 chances at it. Guys, don't fail me. We're paying you a lot, I think. I don't know. Daenerys handles that, I guess. A 2. All right, guys, come on, please. A 3. Okay, that is not a 4. So we're going to be moving forward here. Sorry, should have pivoted before that, actually. But we are going for straight contact to avoid this corpse pile here. So that means that we are going to fall short at 8 inches. Guys, disappointing, okay? The Carl would not be proud. Boom.
All right, that's a failed charge, so please roll your panic.
Oh yeah, getting the dice over here. Man, getting excited over here. Okay,
I want that point. I want that victory point.
Sure. And I know these Stormcrows over here, not the most brave guys in the world. But, okay, we got a 6. That's a failure, and we rolled a 3, so 4 of my guys are running off, because of course they are. Come on, guys. Also, there's a corpse pile there, but we didn't factor that in. Didn't need to. All right, guys. I'll remember that for next time. Execute them all.
And I win a victory point due to the secret mission. Each time an enemy fails a morale test, I get a point. Ooh.
Yep, well, that was my turn. Very lackluster there. Come on, guys. You could have done better.
In my turn, I will get these wardens with their Master Warden, which is supposed to be a defensive unit, but they will perform an offensive action now. I will activate them and charge your vets. They are at the flank, so we actually need to see if they fit. How will we do this? Just keep this measuring stick here. Can they align 50? Oh, no, they can't, so I cannot charge you. So I will charge your Stormcrows just to keep consistency.
That's fine, they failed me. They can die.
So, pivot. I'm rolling for disorderly. Oh, not disorderly. And I will engage you 100%. Although this is not the optimal choice, I'm trying to keep things streamlined, and I still think it's advantageous. If I kill a unit, it's always good. So I'm rolling 7 dice on a 4+ with no special effects. 6, 7, go! Now I apply my charge bonus. So I've got these 3. Darn. So 5 hits.
5 hits. We're saving on 4s. We roll any 1s, we become weakened.
Exactly.
Again, you guys are kind of dead to me because I had one job for you and you failed it. That's good. 3 dead. And there is
You
that
rolled
one
1,
there for
so you become weakened.
Panic time.
With -1 from the corpse pile.
Yep.
So that's an 8.
I'm beginning to think these guys that we paid to be brave might have lied to us.
Oh, nice.
It could have been a lot worse, though. But that's still 2. It's going to knock us down to our last rank. Not very happy there.
And since you failed, I get another victory point.
Alright, as much as I don't want to do this immediately, I'm going to do this immediately. I'm going to go ahead and use Tycho, his once per game. Start of a friendly turn, restore for 5 wounds across my army. I'm going to restore 1 here, just to get back my lone little veteran, 2nd rank. And then the other 4 are going to actually be devoted to those storm crows back there. I'm going to give them another try here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're going to keep it just there. I'm going to put 1 more wound off of over here. So 2 and 3. All right. Now moving on to my actual activation for the turn. I'm going to have my veterans here. They're going to activate. Free maneuver. Now we don't need any free maneuver. We are going to do ride by attack though. When a friendly unengaged cavalry unit activates, you guys have seen it before, we're going to start just flying right through these guys with our 12-inch march move. Boom. Here. And we will pivot to right here. Resolving a charge attack on these guys right here. With our full 8 dice because we've got our rank back. Anything to play before we roll?
Nope. Hit me.
All right, 8
Literally.
dice. Nothing super special here. I just needed some positioning. Come on, guys. You're veterans. Be an example. Don't be Stormcrows. All right, that's going to be 7 hits. No modifiers.
7s. My sentinels are on a 4+. And here they go. Ugh.
Ooh, like that.
All right, so I saved 2 and I took 5. Quick rules question. Can I use my sentinel since we're not engaged?
No, because melee attacks can only be performed while engaged.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You can make a panic test for me, though. If you could fail this by a lot, that'd be really appreciated.
Or we can succeed by a lot. Let's see what happens. 6.
You're fine.
Just check.
Oh, sorry, you're on a 7.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
You're on a 7.
Yep, I'm on a 7, so I fail. That means you score 1 victory point.
I'm on the board.
I take 2 wounds. I will take Walder Frey. I will place him in the crown zone, which is not the best zone for the moment, but I will still do that. I will remove all abilities and deal 1 wound to Khal Drogo's unit. If you could pass me a wound token, thank you. And I will crown zap your Outriders.
No whammies, don't panic. 6, they're going to fail that and, of course, take 4 wounds. Don't worry, you guys are fully expendable. I know I keep saying that about everything in my army, but that's because...
That's 3 wounds, plus 1 more, 2 horses dead. And that gives me another victory point. I'm sorry, you were saying?
I was saying that everything in my army, like, I talk like it's expendable, but that's just because everything is expendable.
And that's you.
All right, moving back over here, we're going to start hammering some units. Tycho is going to take the Wealth Zone. I'm going to target this unit of Storm Crows over here. By their baseline effect, I'm going to replace the healing aspect with letting them make a free attack action. And since we contain the Wealth Zone, we are going to get an additional die, bringing their 5 attacks up to 6 attacks and have Sundering, so we can actually deal some damage. Still hitting on 4s and weakened. but let's see what happens. Guys, I need to do better. 3 hits. You want me to use that weekend or not?
Yes, I do. Please use that weekend.
All right. Swing and a miss.
No hits. That means I automatically pass my panic check.
You do.
And ours is the Fury. After a friendly combat unit is attacked but not destroyed with melee, I may make a free melee attack against the attacker. If I control Crown, I roll my highest attack value, but I already do because I'm at full ranks.
Oh no, my Stormcrows. If they die, I just don't have to pay them, so it works out regardless.
Exactly, they're Stormcrows, but they don't work well in Storm's End. Badoom.
I think that was a joke. I'm not sure.
We try. We do our best.
Don't we this?
I try. I do my best. The puns are hard to make. That one's out of the box. Doesn't count. So...
3 hits back.
3 hits.
All right. All right, Stormcrows. It'll be 3 dead guys, I'm sure. 4 plus. Boom. Okay, that's going to be 1 dead guy. No ones rolled on that attack. But now we come to the panic test part, which we're sitting next to a corpse pile. Be brave! They were not brave and lost 4 additional guys.
Oh, and that's a victory point for me.
Sorry, did you take a... I thought I saw you take a wound off. Yeah, you did. Because they were at 5.
Yeah, I took a wound
okay,
off.
Good. I was like, you did not just get destroyed, or I'm bad at math. Okay. Alright, well, so concluding my action for those guys right there, they just got the crap beaten out of them. Alright, productive turn.
So now it's my turn. Honestly, I'm going to take Alistair Florent on the combat zone, and I'm going to use my Stag Knights to pummel down this little outrider before you shenanigans something out of him.
Sure.
So that's 7 dice on a 3+, nothing special. So I missed 3 hits, so that's 4 in. Wait, let me check. 1, 2. Yeah, that's 4 in.
Okay, so we're going to need some 6s here to save this guy. 2 of these would be great if you could actually pass this and really show those Stormcrows how Dothraki defense works. Okay, out, as we said before, so I need a 6 here. Really need a 6 here. Come on. That's a 2. Well, okay, added together, we got a total 6. That's not exactly what I meant. So that unit is going to get, fortunately, wiped out.
Do you have anything before I can search forth?
I do not. Not yet.
So I will search forth. They move 5 inches, but since I'm on top of the bog, I'll only move 4, and I will pivot.
But it's still an objective. That's really what I don't like. Okay, moving back over here, we are going to put some more faith in Stormcrows because that's been working out so well for us this game. We need to make a charge from right over here. It's a long shot, but I've got some contingencies if it doesn't work out. We are looking at 9 inches away. We have this nice little forest right here, so we're going to need a 5. But, like I said, we've got some contingencies if it doesn't work out. So, let's roll. 6. Targaryen might. Alright, let's get up in there. We're going to line up over here into 100% to actually be covering that full objective right there as well. And then make our attacks. We're at full ranks right there. We have the wealth zone, so we're going to get our Stormcrow Lieutenant here. 8 dice with Sundering. Charge reroll. Fantastic. 7 hits.
Okay, 7 hits is a lot. Let's see what happens. These are my wardens. They defend on a 3+, but he has Sundering, so that's a 4+ for me. Ugh. So I saved 3, and I took 4. That's a rank lost. So I'm doing my panic check on their just plain 6+. I passed, but I am panicked, so you can use that token.
It is a bit of a risk right there, but you know what? I'm feeling a little gutsy, so I'm going to go ahead and expend the panic token and just go and reroll both of those.
Are you sure you don't want me to reroll the D3?
I'm fine with that.
Oh, 7. I still passed, but it was much closer.
Yep. All right. That's fine. That's going to conclude my turn, unless you have any
Not
comments.
really. I have
Okay.
Ours is the Fury. So I get to hit you back. I do control the crown, so that's 7 dice on a 4+. Good girl. So I've got 4 in.
If anyone new is tuning in, by the way, if you haven't figured out, Baratheons are all about punishing you for attacking them and counterattacking. So, we got that going for them. Okay, so we're here on 4 pluses, and for roll 1 we are weakened. But we're not going to roll. Okay, we're not going to roll any 1s. By that I mean we're going to roll 3 1s and fail every single thing we just got right there. So weakened and 4 guys dead. I'm beginning to think that the Stormcrows might have been bribed by the Baratheons here before this started. Alright, again, ending my turn here where I have suffered more damage on my unit than otherwise. Oh, and that was a full attack, correct, on you? So we still have a panic check to do, so even more potential to take some wounds. We're good on that, though.
Oh, such a shame. I
Yes.
really wanted that extra victory point. Okay, so now it's my turn. And we'll start out by activating Renly. And then I have They Will Make Me King. When Renly units activate, I can restore up to 2 wounds to Renly unit and 1 to all others in long range, or deal 2 wounds to enemies engaged and 1 wound to everyone in long range. But to be honest, I'm restoring 2 wounds to Renly's unit because this way I can use his boldness and courage to give me +2 attack dice now that I'm at full ranks. He will attack, so they have 7 dice at 3+, plus 2 dice from boldness and courage. Let's go. On a 4+, that means I'm missed 4, and I've got 5 in.
Alright, come on, 4 plus, guys. Failed 2. And then we have a panic check to do after that. Anything before I make the test?
Nope.
Okay. Down 2, and down another 3, because my guys are not brave. So, we're down 5 total. But yeah, that's...
I get a victory point.
And another victory point. The very brave Dothraki who have not been failing any tests, and the absolutely staggeringly scared Stormcrows. Alright, on my turn, it's going to be fairly simple. We're going to be stalling off a bit. Elio is going to take the Tactics Zone, allowing me to draw 2 cards and place a condition token on an enemy unit. And we're actually going to place a a vulnerable token over on Renly's unit. Namely because Walder over there has shut off my cool abilities.
So the tactics board is not really advantageous to me, but I still want to prep for the next round. So I will take Shira Earl, and I'll make her maneuver these sentinels here. So they will pivot, move 5, here, and pivot again. They take D3 plus 1 wounds, but I don't mind. I just want the victory points. 3 wounds is a lot of wounds. But I'm still alive, as calculated.
Alright. Anything else?
Nope, it's on you.
Okay. We have a bit of a power turn here as we need to, because things are not going well. So we're going to go and activate Drogo's unit over there. Start of a friendly turn, we are going to play Unstoppable Advance. Attach this card to friendly combat unit until the end of the round. While attached, unit gains +1 movement, ignores the dangerous, hindering, and rough keywords, and cannot suffer disorderly charges. I'm actually going to move on to the other side of the table over here to get all this moving. Hello, Walter. I'm glad that you're sitting over here, Drogo. We're just going to move over here, maneuver, turn. Pretty sure you know what's going to happen here with the charge. Can't suffer disorderly charges, so we can actually even skip all that rolls. I'm going to align here to 100%. 3 condition tokens. Still not a fan of that, though. All right, let's roll some dice. Throwing down 7 dice here, no special abilities. 3 plus of reroll, but we are in your rear, so that's what we're banking on here. And some rerolls. That's going to be 6 hits. I am weakened. Are you going to take advantage of that?
No, I'll keep it.
Okay. Going to be 6 saves at a -2 for the rear. Alright, before we roll, now that I'm back on my side of the table, I also have Devastating Impact to play. Sorry I didn't say that a little sooner. Dealing +2 additional automatic hits when I declare a charge. So we're going to set those off to the side, and then we're going to be rolling 7 dice. Hitting here on 3s with a reroll. No special abilities, thank you, Mr. Wald. But we are in the rear. That's going to be 7 hits. Do you want to expend that weaken token?
No, Renly is going to die for those 3 points.
Okay.
So that's 7 plus 2, that's 9.
For all you Stannis supporters out there, never say I never gave you anything. Because, we're trying to kill Renly here.
So Renly, the charismatic heir, is going to roll 9 defense dice. He has... the Wardens have a 3+ defense save, but you got me on the rear, so that's 5+. So that's 2 saved and 7 dead.
I really need you to not be there anymore, so go ahead and I'm going to expend the weakened, the vulnerable token there and roll those 2 extra, re-roll those 2.
Gotcha. So I expended the vulnerable. I'm going to re-roll these 2. Okay, so that's 9 dead. Just 1 left. And his name is Renly. Alright, so I'll do my panic check.
At a -2 for getting caught in the rear.
At -2 for getting caught in the rear. So 6 minus 2, 8. Ugh. And he's dead.
And that's a failed panic test, so sweet, some victory points. Is this what this feels like in getting points? Cool.
Go.
Alright, but the fun does not stop here, because we are also going to play Overrun. When a friendly combat unit destroys an enemy with a melee attack, instead of maneuvering during our Surge Forth, we get to pivot and then make a free charge action. Back to the other side of the table here. We have some Stag Knights that we have to deal with, so we're going to pivot right over here, noting that we still have Unstoppable Advance going, because I played that at the start of the turn. So I got +1 movement, ignore all this nasty terrain stuff and everything over here. So we still have a long charge over here that we need to make, but you know what? This is unfortunately had to be one of those little desperation maneuvers. We are 10 away right here, so actually it's not that bad given our Dothraki speed. We're going to need a 3+ here because of our +1 that we got. Let's Baratheon dice out of that tray. Also, we will pivot these guys afterwards, but we'll resolve that in a second. 3. That's going to give us what we need, so we're going to be slamming into the flanks of those Stag Knights and getting another charge off.
Yeah. Can we just get rid of this first?
I suppose we can pivot right over here as well. Just so we don't forget. But that's still a good thing to do. Alright, we're in the flank of the Stag Knights over here, throwing 7 dice. Because again, Walter's throwing off all of our cool little abilities here. But that's what he does, that's what we pay points for. Okay, that's going to be 6 hits.
Ouch! Luckily, I did use my Master Warden order, but still 6 hits on a 4+.
5+ in the flank.
Nope.
Oh,
Master
right.
Warden.
Master Warden, right. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. 4 down! Ugh, that is not good for me.
Okay. I need you to really fail a panic test. That is probably not going to happen. Otherwise, this might be the end here.
This is the end. Let's see.
That makes it so much worse.
Oh! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh my god! Okay.
Well, that's 4 dead.
That's 4 dead. I'm actually not controlling this objective anymore. Oh, I hate my life. Oh, I should have never moved those sentinels now that I think of it. Alright.
Okay.
And you get a victory point, because I failed a panic test.
I don't like banking on long shots like that, but you know what, I guess Drogo, good on you. Good on you. Oh wow, okay. So that's going to be the end of their activation. That's going to be the round, is it?
No, I still have two activations.
You have two activations. I am just getting all excited here and whatnot.
So, first they're just going to idle here.
You don't want to, just move and just immediately die?
Just pivot? No, I'm fine.
Dance on the spikes.
And now they're very dangerous because they're at their last rank. Let's see if I can pummel Drogo to death.
If you can reduce them down, take them out, then yes, we can control that point and everything. Wow. Okay, let's see what happens.
So I will activate them. That's 7 dice. 7 dice. On a 3+. Oh, just to be on the safe side, I will change facing. 7 dice on a 3+. I'm choosing Sundering and Vicious with 7 dice on a 3+. So I failed 1 hit, so you're fighting 6 with Sundering and Vicious.
Okay. Alright. Come on, Drogo. Show them what you're made of. With those unarmored horses that are getting hit by warhammers. Alright, so we're on 6s here. And just noting, you can use any of these condition tokens at any point if you would like. Alright, 6s. Come on, Blood of the Dragon. Okay, that's not a single 6. Alright, so that's going to be 6 wounds. 2 ranks off. Wound already over here. Alright, well, I guess someone's back to controlling an objective. And a panic test for the sake of it. Oh, okay, and we're not good at that and take 4 additional wounds, leaving just Drogo there by himself. But it's not going to matter too much in the end, unfortunately, is it?
Because I get a victory point.
You're going to get a victory point because, the great Khalasar there decided that he was going to get a little nervous. Well, sorry, everyone else got nervous. Drogo does not. Okay, so that is actually now going to be the end of the round. Unfortunately, Drogo, you did a valiant effort there, but you got beaten back a little too much. So 3 victory points here because of the condition tokens, and then 4 controlling points over here. You're going to have another one over here because we just
Yeah, and you get one here.
I get my
so we
point.
See the end score.
All right, that is unfortunately going to be the game in favor of Baratheons. But you know what? I'm calling a moral victory here because Renly is dead. Drogo is not.
Yeah, that is true, and it did really hurt to fight them, like you said, on an open field, Ned.
All right, well, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts, all right?
Perfect. So, that was the game, and, well, like I said in the beginning, the most important thing is to have fun, and winning is fun. But, honestly, I think I did really position my Stag Knights really well. They did perform a leading role, especially taking down those Outriders, because if I left them in the open, that would have been hard. They were one of my priority targets in this mode, even though this mode does not give victory through combat. Sometimes you need to identify key units your opponent has and try to nullify them. I think I was pretty lucky with when the Stormcrows didn't charge. That helped me a lot, and that gave me a little moment to recoup and reform my strategy and my units. And I was also glad that my Sentinels survived long enough to claim that last point and have enough wounds to go up the stakes, because fighting the Dothraki veterans, that seldom happens. But that was it. I'm pretty happy with this match. It had some very exciting moments Too bad Renly died, but then as well that's just canon, right?
Alright, so that did not end the way I wanted to. And this actually, a couple things happened here that, played against me. The first one was that I didn't listen to the plan that I had actually formed of wait things out. I got very kind of kill crazy in that round of wanting to just get into combat, get stuff dead, and while the Dothraki really like that, you're a position-based army, and unfortunately I broke rule number 1 there, getting stuck in combat. I really should have used this round to kind of recover a bit, to remove some condition tokens, to prevent that objective from going off, reposition my guys out, but instead I made a bunch of sacrificial plays thinking that, okay, I'm just going to go and hammer things in. So everything I said I was going to do last round, I immediately forgot and just started doing opposite things. I started with a very wild charge over here because I wanted to get a little kill crazy. That hurt me a lot. When I was going to use my initial recovery plan, I was going to have Elio use his once per game to remove the activation token to the veterans, get them back on the fight and leave these guys in the dust, position myself around, and then wait out for the next round here because the secret missions that were there, while they were favoring him in the early rounds, when I was clearing them off and actually getting the different ones there, it would have favored me more the longer the game went on. Instead, I got kill crazy, and that came back to bite me, as you guys saw. That's one of the biggest takeaways I can give you guys of the Targaryens, is they are a position-based army. They've got a lot of killing power, but you have to set it up, and there's no need to rush. I was very proud in the early games getting guys behind the lines here, but then I became my own worst enemy here and just charged right into them. Into the army that is specifically the ones that if you get into a grinding attrition fight with them, then you're going to lose. I played into his strengths. Not to say he didn't make some great moves and plays himself. Obviously, it's a good opponent as well. Mistakes on my part here as well. But, that's how it plays out. We'll have a rematch soon. And just, again, the takeaway from this, guys, Targaryens are a fun army. You need to play to their mobility strength, okay? That's the one thing to remember and the one thing to take away. Every game you play is a chance to learn whether, you win, but more specifically when you lose. I mean, look here, go back. I could have positioned better. I didn't. That cost me the game. Alright guys, that was our Targaryens versus Baratheons battle report. Once more for A Song of Ice and Fire, I'm designer Michael Shinall.
And I'm Fabio Cury, the lead developer.
We hope you guys enjoyed it. Join us next time.